Call today.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Nirvana Medical Spa is Ocala's premier medical spa, home to a variety of non-invasive corrective laser treatments and facials. Besides filler, neurotoxin, laser hair, we offer PRP, tattoo removal, body contouring, vaginal rejuvenation, urinary incontinence, and men's sexual health. Become a better, brighter, happier you at Nirvana Medical Spa.
Shamrock Security Systems, 629-3223. Shamrock Security Systems is located here in Ocala, Florida. Shamrock Security Systems is a top-rated alarm company offering 24/7 monitoring, video surveillance, fire and flood protection. You'll sleep a little better once the job is done. Shamrock Security Systems for over 31 years. 629-3223. Get a 100% free quote from Shamrock Security. 629-3223.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Tuesday. I am your host, Tom Schmitz. Are you one of the approximately, I think there's like 30 million people across the U.S. is affected by dry eye disease. That's the irritating condition that if your eyes don't make enough tears or tears dry up too quickly. The number of dry eye sufferers is only increasing with today's excessive use of digital devices, aging, pollution. We're joined by ophthalmologist who specializes in dry eye treatment. She's here to share tips for fast-acting relief from irritating dry eye symptoms and to help you find real relief in this Dry Awareness Month. Dr. Preeya Gupta joins us from Durham, North Carolina. Dr. Gupta, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
What are some of, Doctor, let's get right into it. What are some of the causes and symptoms of dry eye disease?
Well, I think some of the most common symptoms, these are things that, our patients come and tell us, are irritation in the eyes, feeling like there's sand or grit. Redness, that can be a big one for patients because no one wants to have red eyes. But there can also be some, what I call non-traditional symptoms, actually blurry or fluctuating vision, and even watery eyes. That's a hard one for patients to understand. They come in and say, Doc, well, my eyes are watering. How could they be dry? Some of the most common reasons for patients to have dryness are, it tends to be more common as we get older, hormonal changes, but even, sometimes the medications we take, whether it's for blood pressure or sleep, etc., those can all lead to dry eye disease.
What trends are you noticing then in your dry eye patients?
Well, I think probably the top trend is that this is a disease that's occurring in younger and younger patients. I routinely have patients in their 20s, 30s, and 40s coming in with complaints of dry eye disease, which is really not what we were seeing before. So, maybe it's related to our digital lifestyle, our increasing use of computers and tablet devices. It's kind of the mainstream of life these days.
Well, you always hear it, but if you get the blue screen or you get the blue glasses and all, that'll help with the digital world. Are there devices out there like what I've described that can actually help with dry eyes before we get to medicines?
Well, things like the blue light filters, those are really to help you kind of separate how much light gets into the eye so you don't have changes in your circadian rhythm. So those aren't really, unfortunately, going to help you with dry eye. I think our first line therapy for dry eye disease is typically preservative-free artificial tears.
What are some of the most common complaints you're hearing from your dry eye patients?
I think dry eye is something that's very frustrating to patients. They will sometimes come in and say, I just don't feel like I see well, but when we test them on the chart, they might be 20/20. And it's because the stability of the tear film, the actual water layer that covers the surface of the eye, it's just so critical for providing clear quality vision. And in dry eye patients, that tear film splits apart and becomes unstable. And so patients, second to second, will have fluctuation in vision. And I think that's really frustrating, especially, for my patients that are in the working age population that are, trying to, do high-end tasks, perform their job duties, do their home life, et cetera. And so it can really be something that wears on the patients, but also it's just frustrating.
Well, you said that your medicine could have something to do with it. And you've got me intrigued now because in the last year, I've been in and out of the hospital with some heart-related issues. So they've got me on blood pressure medicine, thinners, blockers. And I've recently realized in the last 3 or 4 months that at times I'll have blurry vision. I blink my eye, it'll clear up, I can see fine. Then a few minutes later, one eye will be blurry. You blink it, it clears up. Are those some of the symptoms you're talking about that are so frustrating?
Absolutely, and I'd recommend that you see an eye care provider because those do sound like the classic symptoms of dry eye disease. But just even on that short list of medicines that you mentioned, absolutely blood pressure medication. Some of them are diuretics, which dehydrate your body and can have a negative impact on dryness. Other heart condition medications like beta blockers, very important for, heart care, but that can actually cause decreased tear production. And so, of course, you're not going to, thank goodness we have all these medicines to keep your heart ticking, but that is something that can contribute to dry eye disease. And it's important not to ignore it and to seek an eye care professional to help you with it.
I just thought I was getting older and my vision was going. I just chalked it up that I couldn't focus as well as I could 20 years ago.
Hey, Tom, that's such a good point. So many patients come in and say, well, I just thought I was just getting older. And, I think it's important that patients know that they don't have to live with vision like that.
What are some ways that those who suffer can find relief? We've talked about suffering from it. What are some of the ways we can find relief if we have it?
Well, probably the most easily accessible treatment is artificial tears. And July is Dry Eye Awareness Month. And I encourage all of you to check out Sustain Complete Preservative-Free Lubricating Eye Drop. It's preservative-free, which is really important when we're treating dry eye disease. We want to avoid preservatives as those can be toxic to the surface of the eye. And a single drop of Sustain Complete Preservative-Free Lubricating Eye Drop has been shown to last up to 8 hours in terms of relieving dry eye symptoms. And so, it's overwhelming when you go to the eye drop aisle, so I like to tell my patients what to look out for. And for all of you out there, I would encourage you to go to sustain.com, where there is an $8 coupon actually for Sustain Complete Preservative-Free Lubricating Eye Drops.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you is where can listeners go to get more information about dry eye disease and help? That's one website. Is there any other place they can go to get more information?
Absolutely. There's lots of different resources. The Tear Film and Ocular Surface Society has patient-facing information on dry eye disease, but also ask your eye care provider. I think today most eye care providers are much more in tune with dry eye disease and how important it is to not only educate but also treat our patients with dry eye disease. So check out information in your own local doctor's office also.
We've been talking with Dr. Preeya Gupta. She's an ophthalmologist who specializes in dry eye treatment. Doctor, you've piqued my interest now. It's something I have to talk to my ophthalmologist about because I literally thought at 55 it was just another, at 41 my arms got short, so I had to get readers. And now at 55, I just thought my focus was going away. I just thought that it was a natural aging thing, but it could be something as serious but as simple as dry eye.
Absolutely. We'll come to North Carolina and be happy to check you out.
Well, I did graduate from Appalachian State, so I'm familiar with the area.
There you go. Wonderful.
And you know, I'm more partial to that other town, you know, Chapel Hill, than Durham. But we'll just leave it at that.
Oh,
We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
I still like you, Tom.
Dr. Gupta, thanks so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yep.
Take care.
Take care. Yeah. You know, for those of you that don't know what I meant, she does. Dr. Gupta knows what I meant. Because Chapel Hill is where Carolina, Durham, that other school with the crybaby Krzyzewski guy that just retired. Hey, coming up next, it's Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin with In the Garden. She is in the building, raring to go. She looks like her hands are dirty. She may have potted some plants or something this morning. You never know. You never know with Carol Ann. We'll find out. Well, I will tell her that we got a lot of cherry tomatoes this weekend. Man, things growing wild. Like it's almost like it reminds me of a blackberry bush the way it's growing. We'll talk to Carol Ann Baldwin about that. Take your phone calls as well at 352-622-9622. We'll do it next. You're listening to Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
Voters are heading to the polls today in a number of states. They'll be deciding races up and down the ballot in New York, Illinois, Colorado, Utah, Oklahoma, Nebraska, and South Carolina. Ghislaine Maxwell could be condemned to spend the rest of her life behind bars when she is sentenced today for helping pedophile Jeffrey Epstein sexually abuse young girls. The bodies of at least 46 people were found dead inside a tractor-trailer in San Antonio, Texas on Monday after a presumed migrant smuggling attempt went bad. Authorities say 16 people were found in the trailer, including 4 minors that were taken to local hospitals with heat stroke and exhaustion. 3 people have been arrested and taken into custody, and the matter was being pushed to federal authorities. Texas Governor Republican Greg Abbott says these deaths are on Biden's hands because of his open border policy. USA Radio News.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting. Greg Grimsley, chairman of Peanut Proud, based in Blakely, Georgia, the humanitarian arm of the peanut industry, says they have shipped out for Peanut Proud this year 282,000 jars of peanut butter. That's so far this year. That compares to 355,000 jars shipped last year. This is the humanitarian arm of the peanut industry where they secure peanut butter at a discounted rate and then share it with the people that need it during disasters. Since the program started in 2010, they've shipped 3,363,000 jars of peanut butter. He said hunger in America remains a major problem. 38.3 million people are food insecure each day with limited access to adequate food. An estimated 5.2 million seniors are food insecure, and then 12 million children. The most recent delivery was from Moldova, one of Europe's poorest countries. Officials report that Moldova requested peanut butter, and we delivered. They have received 1 million refugees, second to Poland, and they were wanting some peanut butter. The World of Giving met the grade, and we sent 33,120 jars of the peanut butter to Moldova. Peanut people helping out.
Peanut producers, fine-tune your farming operation with information gained at the 23rd Annual Southern Peanut Growers Conference, set for July 21 through 23 at Edgewater Beach Resort in Panama City Beach, Florida. The 3-day event provides farmers with information about peanut production, legislative issues, marketing,